Hello, District 25, and welcome to the 2024 Candidate Showcase. Our purpose today will be to get to know each candidate running for elected office a little better. To do this, we will conduct a short interview and allow time for a personal statement with each one of our candidates. Our first candidate running for the office of District Director is Distinguished Toastmaster Jesse Ford.
Good morning, Marquita.
Good morning. Jesse, your question is, please explain your understanding of fiduciary responsibilities of a district leader and how your experience relates.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. My understanding of fiduciary responsibilities comes down to two things. One, I have to treat every dollar that the district spends as if it was my dollar, because at the end of the day, I have to be accountable for it. But I also have to be accountable for the fact that it's your dollar. So I have to make sure that whatever I'm doing and whatever money we're spending as a district benefits both our members at the club level all the way up to the district level. Anything we do, we need to make sure that we are using the highest level of scrutiny and making sure that at the end of the day, we're supporting the district mission, building new clubs and supporting all clubs in achieving excellence. With that, I would like to tell everybody just a little bit about myself and tell you that one, my name again is Jesse Ford, and I'm excited to be running for the office of District Director. This year, or this next year, I would like to encourage everybody with this simple, I will say, anecdote. A district is either growing in one of two ways. Either together we grow or together we go apart. So at the end of the day, I would like to say that I want to take the district and grow together. With this, my focus will be on making sure that we remember this every day. And if you think about it, GROW really is an acronym where we get to say that we start with gratitude, we focus on relationships, we then have opportunities. But if we put all these three together, the gratitude, the recognition and relationships, the opportunities, we always end with wins. Making sure that we focus on growing together is what I would like to see us focus on in the year 2024 into 25 for District 25. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for for sharing a little bit more about you, Jesse. You are welcome to remain in the room.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate, Distinguished Toastmaster Phyllis Christian Daniels. Your question, what can you and your district do to get more members excited about being a part of the leadership process?
Thank you, Madam Chair. What can I do along with the rest of the district to get more people excited about leadership? I think on a club level, we're okay with people wanting to come in and, be officers because that's like a soft skill. But when it comes to the district part of it, I really feel that if we can create a platform where we can start training people ahead of time or while they're in the roles like area director, division director, president, those higher roles that are beneath the district roles, is that if we can just start educating them or sharing our stories about, what we've gained from being at a district level. Now, as a person, I'll use myself as an example. Coming from the club to the district was very, very frightening for me. Not that I didn't think that I could handle it. I knew that, I wanted to be a part of the platform, but not knowing what to do. So I think the key to that, Marquita, is to make sure that we educate the incoming leaders on a district level what it is that they're getting into so that they can expect the greatness in the end.
Thank you for sharing. You are welcome to remain in the room. Club Growth Director candidate, Distinguished Toastmaster Denise McConnell. Your question is, what will you do to attract the younger market, ages between 25 to 35, to District 25 Toastmasters?
Thank you for that question, Marquita. My way of attracting people is by personal connection. I love in person. And my plan is to go where they are. It's discovering that they're not all together in one place. So there are different venues, and encouraging club members to go with me. So we're bringing them in all of areas of the district, not just creating one place where the younger generation gather, but so they can learn and grow from the wealth that our district holds across the board. But my primary goal is to go where they are and take others with me to encourage and draw and bring them in. I am very excited about moving into this new area of leadership in Toastmasters. My journey in Toastmasters, I had a very small goal to just be able to speak with focus and make my thoughts known. Then I was invited into something bigger and more, the leadership aspect, but also it promoted my speaking, in able to not just communicate my thoughts, but to have thoughts on bigger ideas and to engage with others in thinking ways that would never even occur to me. I have grown from being an area director where I learned, ask for help. Toastmasters, we work together. It's not a solo journey. It is a collaboration. And so when I collaborate with others, I grow and learn. I've become so much more aware of myself, what's important to me, what things I am willing to give all that I have for. And Toastmasters is definitely one of them. It has taught me how to communicate with my children, how to communicate with my clients in my business, how to communicate with my students when I tutor them, how to encourage them to grow, how to help them identify what's important. And I want to bring all of those skills that I have acquired and those that I came with to the members of our district. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. You are welcome to remain in the room. For our next candidate, starting with our division director candidates. Division A, Jenny Riddle. Presentation mastery proficient, engaging humor, level 4, Jenny Riddle. Your question is, please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Thank you, Marquita. That's a great question. I think the example that comes to mind for me is being a brand new president of a newly chartered Toastmasters club, Blue Castle Collaborators. And every person in that club was a new Toastmaster, except for our sponsor. It was a great experience. And I learned so much during that first year. It was my first year in Toastmasters. It's a couple of years ago, but we learned together. And I had an amazing team of officers with me, and I had amazing members. What I learned so much from all of the Toastmaster leaders. My mentor at the time, the club mentor, was amazing. But what I learned is recognizing people for what they bring to the table and recognizing them personally, reaching out to the members as president, what I never got to know. And we had such an amazing club. We have such an amazing club now. We will be President's Distinguished this year. Almost every officer in that club helped with our club contest this year. We have a fabulous club, and I think that's just by bringing people together, recognizing their strengths, meeting them where they are, seeing how being a group and being a team brings advantages and brings success for all of us. We have an amazing club, and it's been a wonderful experience. And drawing from all the great leaders within Toastmasters, especially D25. I just wanted to say that I'm passionate about Toastmasters. I've been blessed with so many opportunities. I have grown in ways that I didn't think possible. My experience in serving in most of the club officer roles, especially that of president of a newly chartered Toastmasters club. I've been a club coach. I've completed Speechcraft. I have served in contest as contest chair and as competing in contest. I am mentor. I have amazing mentors within this club. I think the biggest reason, or what's really prepared me for division director role, is my last year as area director and the amazing leadership that I've seen, the examples of support from the trio, from my amazing division A director and my sister area directors, from my own mentor within Toastmasters, and especially all of the officers and clubs. I have been just seen such examples of growth. So if elected, I want to pay it forward, and I want to continue the legacy of D25 and of Toastmasters to help our members grow and achieve what they never thought possible, and to be examples of the best that they can be. So if elected, I would be honored and grateful to serve as your Division A director. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny Riddle. For our next candidate, Division A Director candidate, persuasive influence proficiency or proficient, motivational strategies proficient. Karen Shannon. Your question is, please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for that question. That is a great thing because I had just gone through that in my home club. When they started the club, there was a free toast host set up. But since I have been in the club for about 4 years now, we had not utilized that. And there was some pushback because it was different from what we had been using. And through a series of speeches, using our meeting time to go over it, I kept encouraging them because I was visiting other clubs and I saw the benefit of using that agenda that we could prepare on Free Toast Host. And I kept pushing, and not pushing in a way, I just kept presenting it and showing them the benefits. And we're still struggling a bit, but everyone is going on. They signing up for their roles, and they are seeing the benefit. So that has been wonderful to see. And it's fun for us to grow together because none of us read the agenda very well because it's not like it used to be. But I also found a point. There is a way you can print it and it looks just like our old agenda, except for now it has the time on there. That was a great discovery. So I'm enjoying that. I love it that everyone in my club is supportive. And even though they'll say, Karen, we don't like change. And I said, that's okay. I don't either, but we're going to change. We're going to grow. We're going to do something different. And that's what we're doing in my home club. And the reason I came to Toastmasters is because I am an encourager. I'm a supporter. I'm a mentor. I came because my 18-year-old son was graduating from homeschool during COVID, and he needed a speech class, I told him. I had been wanting to check out Toastmasters. I wasn't sure it's what for me, but I'll support you, son. Let's go check it out. I was not in Toastmasters long before I figured out it was exactly for me. You see, I'm a talker. I've been talking all my life, and I've been told to be quiet. Don't talk. You talk too much. And now I came into a room of people who said, talk, find out, keep working at it, do these speeches, do these levels, work on your pathways. I was excited. Then I had a mentor, Bonnie Stroman. Many of you know her. And Bonnie didn't mix words, but she said, you need to do your DTM. What's a DTM? And she said, this is what you do. She didn't even explain it hardly. She just said, these are the steps you take and you'll get your DTM. I began that journey serving in the district on different places. And then last year was the most amazing year. I was an area director. I have learned so much about the district. One of the things I learned in our club meeting, we say our mission statement every week. Now, this is sad to say, I did not know the district had a different mission statement. And here I was, an area director, and now I know. Our mission is to support new clubs and existing clubs become excellent. And the way we do that are the things I love to do: encourage, mentor, come alongside. And if elected, that's what I will do. I will support my area directors. I want to mentor them and share what I have learned in the district this year. I want to encourage them to encourage each member in the clubs, because without those individual members reaching their goals, our clubs cannot become excellent. And if the clubs are not becoming excellent, neither can our areas or our divisions. We must all work together. And I will work with our other leadership, our trio. I want to learn how to be a better leader. And always, I remember Toastmasters is a safe place to come, grow, and learn. So I appreciate your vote. Vote for me and let's grow together.
Thank you, Karen. For our next candidate, Division B Director candidate, Presentation Mastery Proficient, Engaging Humor, Level 4, Nicole Dogan. Here's your question, Nicole. Please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Thank you for that question, Madam Chair. I feel like I get the opportunity to do that in my club every week, but especially this year being an area director. When I visited other clubs, I've been able to encourage clubs to work together, to try and grow their own clubs, to take advantage of the incentives, to support other clubs. Have you gone out and done a NEMA leader? Have you done the 5 for 5? That builds your club, it builds your knowledge, it builds your strength and your confidence, and it helps you grow personally, it helps the club grow, it helps the district grow. So I feel like I get the opportunity to do that every time I'm meeting with my clubs, and my own club is one of my clubs. And that it's been a great honor to do that. And then also meeting with my other area directors and my division director. When we meet, we get to encourage each other in our roles and support each other and push each other a little further to get out of our comfort zones and do just a little bit more. So I feel like I get to encourage other Toastmasters regularly, and I appreciate that opportunity. I joined Toastmasters 3 years ago. I joined to improve my public speaking skills, and I think they have. I know they have. Do you know, this week I presented at a conference, a regional conference, and there were even international people there. And it was a mapping conference or mapping software conference. And I attended that conference last year, and I spoke to the president and I said, you know, I think we could use some presentations on how to do presentations because we're mapping people. We don't necessarily know how to communicate. And they said, that would be great. Would you do that? And I said, yeah, I can do that because of all the skills I've learned through Toastmasters. I want to share those skills. I want to share that emphasis to grow yourself, to stretch yourself, and empower others to soar. I've really benefited from going through the pathways, meeting all of y'all, growing as a area director, having a mentor in the system, and knowing other Toastmasters. It just helps me grow every day, and I want to empower others to do the same thing. Thank you for that opportunity, Madam Chair.
Thank you for sharing, Nicole. This will now move to the next candidate for Division C. And Nicole, you are welcome to remain in the room. For our Division C Director candidate, Engaging Humor, Level 3, Clark Farner. This is your question. Please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
I'd say the best example I have is probably about 2 years after I joined Toastmasters. I was trying to develop a speech myself, and I really absolutely wanted to nail it. So I suggested that we start a speakers lab in our group, and people would come to help me workshop the thing. And we had about 4 participants that month. And then we looked to set it up on a monthly basis, and it took a little time to get the thing to really take off the ground. But 3 years later, we're running a monthly lab, speakers lab every month. We usually have somewhere between 8 and 10 participants. It's not a hard event where it's every month on the calendar for this month, but we routinely get a lot of participation in it, and I'm honored that it was something that I brought to the group, and the group has taken hold of and run. We also started, it's not so much a leadership thing, but we started a 5th Thursday event in Keller. We meet on Thursdays, and once a quarter, you'll have 5 Thursdays in a month, and we have adopted a 5th Thursday protocol, which means we will do something very different. Whether it's going to be a potluck or an open house or a joint meeting, but that's something that I have inspired the group to take hold of and run with, and it's been met with a lot of success. I would say my personal statement going into a role of division director is to go in this very mindful. The 2 things I want to walk in with is kind of as a chief strategy officer is recognizing that ordinary people will do extraordinary things simply because they walk in with a little bit of an agenda, a little bit of planning, and there's a lot that can be done before you lift a finger that's going to make your life so much more simple. My second approach is that we also know what the hard landscape is going to be for the year. We already know there are going to be 2 TOIs. We know there's going to be a contest season. There's absolutely nothing today that prevents you from starting to think about it. What actions are you going to take that are going to make your life so much more simple if you take this action first? So it's probably really lining out the hard landscapes. Let's deal with things honestly. Let's recognize what a solution possibly could entail, and encourage the area directors to grow, to use their evaluation skills and take it to the clubs.
Thank you for sharing, Clark. You are welcome to stay in the room.
Thank you, ma'am.
Awesome. Our next candidate for Division D Director, Distinguished Toastmaster, Negev Dostaliev. Your question is, please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members?
Thank you, Madam Chair. When I was a club president for Allen Toastmasters, I came with an initiative to encourage our members and to start the new members to participation in our clubs. And we started like expanding our networks and specifically the PR campaign in our clubs. During a 1-year tenure as a president of the club, we increased our membership from 22 to 43 members in 1 year. And we achieved this goal with going out, doing the promotions, advertising the club, and encouraging every member to step up and to promote the clubs in any aspect of life. If that was the club levels, it was at their work, in the social environments, that they were going and talking about the club itself, and they were promoting. With that, with the voice and knowledge that we shared about our club, more people started coming in, and the club increased its membership as well. My fellow Toastmasters, there are 3 things I want to focus if I elected as division director. 3 things that I am passionate about: the leadership, diversity, and the service. As this division director, I will lead as well as I will develop our future area directors that they would be assigned to me. As a past area director, I understand the challenges and the reward of this position, and I will leverage all that experience, and I will support my future area director to be successful. Furthermore, I will support our leadership, and I will work our trio and the future district leaders as well. And I will also, secondly, support the diversity in our district. But I mean, I'm not meaning the diverse membership, but I also mean the diverse needs and expertise that people joining Toastmasters for many different reasons, and they have different goals. And my goal is to work with those members, with those individuals, to match their needs and expand and retain our membership. Lastly is the service, my fellow Toastmasters. I'm here to serve you and serve the mission of Toastmasters. Together, we can make this year amazing. I am Najaf Dostaliev, and I'm running for the Division Director D role. And my fellow Toastmasters, I am looking for your support. Thank you, and back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Najaf. You are welcome to stay in the room. Our next candidate for Division E Director, Strategic Relationships Level 4, Evan Escher. This is your question. Please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Thank you, Madam Chair. When have I inspired Toastmasters members to take a specific action? I would say in my home club of Afterburners, there was a time last year we were struggling to get members to update their pathways. And this was right before Basecamp went through an update. And so we had to get all our members up to date before the site went down, because we weren't sure how long it was going to be down for. And like I kept emailing them, calling them, texting them, reminding at meetings. Nothing. Some people were able to update them, but others still just didn't really do anything. And finally, I had teamed up with one of the more experienced members in my club, and we decided, okay, we're going to set up a date in like mid-December, and we're just going to invite everyone that needs to update their pathways. We're just going to do a Zoom meeting, and we're going to get it done. And we set that up, and we were both able to help all the other members who were who either didn't know how to use pathways or knew how to use it, but were kind of struggling. And we're all able to get at least most of our members up to date on that night. And as a result, since then, our club members have a better understanding of how to not only use pathways, but they also understand the importance of it. And while there are still a couple of older members who will kind of refrain from using pathways, but outside of that, especially the newer members now, they know how to use it, and they understand that once you've completed a level, you can go in and update it, and they know what to do. And that was the important part of just kind of getting everyone together to make sure that they know what to do, and that we have the confidence that they can do it by themselves. And I guess I would say that what we learned from that is you kind of need to, not only do you need to push people to do things, but you need to also like positively encourage them and kind of guide with them step by step, rather than just like telling them out of the blue to do something. Walk them through it, make sure they understand it, and guide them so they're not really kind of their own, and they're not like in a world where they're not really sure what's going on. They know what they're doing. Make sure that they know what they're doing is the key to all of that.
That's awesome. Is there a personal statement you'd like to share?
Yes. The one thing that I want you to remember about my candidacy is that I believe in the concept of positive influence. And I can say that from personal experience that Toastmasters has had a tremendously positive impact on not just my presentation style, but also on my confidence and professionalism. And it has really helped me in my job and in my personal life. And as division director, I will focus my efforts on bringing as many positive experiences to everyone in Division E and District 25. And thank you, and I'm excited. And thank you all for the attention this morning.
Thank you for sharing, Evan, and you're welcome to remain in the room. For our last candidate that we have on the session today, or for the showcase, Division E Director Candidate, Distinguished Toastmaster, Larry Harmon. Your question is, please provide a specific example of when you have inspired a group of Toastmasters to take action to serve our members.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A specific incident where I inspired somebody to take action. I think back to when I was contest chief judge and district chief judge. I spent a lot of time doing contests and working to provide contest judges and the contest chief judge by showing the contestants, by showing the judges what that role was, how we were able to provide the management for contests, and what the real meaning of a contest is. To be able to get a member out of the club, to get them into a setting that they're not comfortable with, to be able to grow and to expand their ability by being able to train the contest judges, the contest chief judges. I think I inspired a lot of people to go on and take those roles, to be able to run a contest, to be able to have the confidence that we can provide a good quality contest, to provide a supportive and a fair contest. I think that is where I've done a lot of inspiration, is with the contest judges, with the contest chief judges, and then the judges that have gone on to become the district chief judge, Madam Contest, or Madam Chairperson.
It's all good. Is there a personal statement you'd like to share, Larry?
Yes, ma'am. As I've been in Toastmasters for 15 years, I have a lot of experience. I started out very much the same, with that need, and stepping into Toastmasters, I learned to grow. I was encouraged by several of our past district governors at the time, and I learned a lot from those. Mary Lee Mims was one that stepped up and asked me to do the district chief judge the second time. And by taking on that second year, I learned more of the role, and I learned more about what the district does, not from club level, but from the district level. And to be able to see that, to see what it took to provide those trainings, those TLIs, to even be able to put on a contest in person, because we haven't done that in 4 years. It means a lot having that experience. So as the district Division E candidate, I ask for your support and your vote. I bring my years of Toastmasters experience, along with my desire and my dedication to help. My support of the areas and the clubs in the division and across the district, with a mission to empower the clubs and individuals to achieve their goals. Madam Chair.
Thank you for sharing, Larry. I do want to highlight, we have another candidate that was not able to join us today, that we're recording it. And Jim Chappelle, I encourage you to go out, read his bio, read his personal statement on the D25Toastmasters.org, the website, and you can find out a little bit more information about him. For today, y'all, let's give our candidates, let's give each other a big round of applause. Great job. Great job. Fabulous. This has been a wonderful experience. I hope it's been good for you as well. So thank you for being here today. And as a reminder, the annual business meeting will be conducted virtually on May 9th at 6:30 p.m. However, I'm asking all of our candidates, everyone virtually can virtually meet with you online once you sign into that district council Zoom. Why are we going blank right now, right? You can sign on to that Zoom at 6 p.m. The bridge will open. We will make room for each of our candidates and for the district council. You are welcome and to come and talk to them online. But please, this session has been recorded. Check it out ahead of time and be ready to vote on May 9th. It's a wrap. Thank you for being here today.